There are holes on Earth so strange, so massive, and so destructive that they still baffle scientists to this day. Some are so enormous they can only be fully seen from space. Others were buried beneath layers of rock for millions of years. Then researchers realized they were linked to events that changed life on our planet forever. In this video, we explore 4 of the most incredible holes on Earth and the astonishing stories behind them. In the heart of the Mauritanian desert, a colossal bullseye stares skyward, so vast that astronauts use it as a landmark from space. The Eye of the Sahara stretches nearly 50 kilometers across, its perfect rings etched into the sand like a fingerprint left by some ancient hand. For decades, its symmetry fueled wild speculation. Internet forums and documentaries called it the true site of Atlantis, pointing to the circular shape and massive scale as evidence of a lost civilization swallowed by time. But the story the rocks tell is far stranger and older than any myth. Geological surveys and satellite imagery reveal a dome of layered sandstone and quartzite, lifted and then carved by relentless wind and water. Deep fractures radiate from the center, but there is no trace of shattered minerals or melted glass that mark an asteroid strike. Instead, the eye is the exposed heart of a dome forced upward from below, then peeled open by erosion over millions of years. The youngest rocks in its outer rings are already hundreds of millions of years old, and the uplift itself likely began before the last dinosaurs walked the Earth's surface. From above, the eye's beauty is undeniable. Astronaut Nick Hague once described it as a giant bullseye in the desert, an unmistakable mark on the empty landscape. Yet beneath the surface, every layer is a record of slow upheaval, not sudden cataclysm. No ruins, no buried palaces, just the memory of ancient seas and the silent work of geologic forces. The Eye of the Sahara stands as a reminder. Sometimes the Earth's greatest mysteries are not the work of lost civilizations, but of time, pressure, and the restless movement beneath our feet. South Africa's Free State province rolls out in fields and quiet towns, but beneath the crops and roads lies the largest confirmed impact scar on Earth. The Vredefort structure, formed 2.02 billion years ago, stretches nearly 300 kilometers across. It was a wound from an asteroid strike so violent it shattered the very bedrock. The Vredefort Dome, a ring of low hills, marks the center where the ground rebounded upward, rising nearly a kilometer above the plains. Here, rivers wind through farmland, and sheep graze on slopes shaped by ancient force. Shatter cones, distinctive radiating fractures, jut from rocky outcrops, silent evidence of shock metamorphic pressures that twisted and melted quartz in an instant. Geologists trace these features across the dome, mapping the outlines of a cataclysm that predates all animal life. The original rim has eroded away, but the central uplift endures, its presence woven into the daily routines of those who live here. Modern life has settled atop this ancient violence. Wheat and maize grow in mineral-rich soils, and the towns of Vredefort and Paris sit inside what was once the heart of the blast. A local farmer leans on his fence and says, "We plant and harvest here, but sometimes I think about what happened under our feet. It's like living on the memory of a thunderbolt." Beneath the limestone flats and quiet villages of the Yucatan Peninsula, a hidden scar stretches 180 kilometers wide. For centuries, no one suspected what lay below, until oil geophysicist Glenn Penfield began mapping gravity anomalies in the late 1970s. His seismic data revealed a buried ring, perfectly circular, unlike anything else in the region. Drilling deep into the Earth, researchers pulled up shocked quartz, melted rock, and a layer of iridium, an element rare on Earth but common in asteroids. The evidence pointed to a single catastrophic event, the Chicxulub impact, around 66 million years ago. This was not just another crater. The asteroid that struck here unleashed energy greater than all the world's nuclear weapons combined. Fires swept continents, and dust blocked the sun. The global layer of iridium marks the boundary between the age of reptiles and the rise of mammals, a thin, dark line in rocks around the world. Nearly 3/4 of all species vanished, including every dinosaur that could not fly. What makes Chicxulub even more unsettling is its invisibility. Unlike Vredefort's hills or the Sahara's bullseye, Chicxulub's true shape only appears in seismic cross-sections and gravity maps. The surface seems ordinary, but below, the ground remembers a day when life on Earth nearly ended. Each drill core, each anomaly, is a reminder. The past is not always visible, and the greatest dangers may be the ones we cannot see. A circle of deep blue water off the coast of Belize draws the eye like a portal into another world. The blue hole plunges over 120 meters straight down, its walls lined with limestone, and the relics of ancient caves drowned by rising seas. Divers descend past curtains of stalactites, remnants from a time when this pit was dry and echoing with dripping water. Below 30 meters, oxygen vanishes. The light fades, and the water turns still and silent. Here, nothing decays quickly. Even the marks of the past, stalactites, and ancient sediments remain preserved in the anoxic depths. In 2018, a team led by Fabien Cousteau, grandson of the legendary ocean explorer, sent a remote submersible to map the hole's secrets. The robot's light swept over collapsed cave ceilings and undisturbed silt. Then, at the bottom, the camera caught something unexpected. A single plastic bottle lying untouched on the floor, more than 100 meters below the surface. Cousteau's voice, usually measured, broke with disbelief. The bottle had drifted across oceans and slipped past the boundaries of one of Earth's most remote natural wonders. In a place that records thousands of years of rising seas and falling caves, the newest layer is ours, a piece of trash preserved in the darkness. The blue hole is a record of deep time, but it now holds evidence of a much more recent and troubling presence. Earth's most beautiful places conceal scars of unimaginable violence. Even now, their origins defy full explanation. The ground beneath us is not just history, it is a warning still unfolding. What secrets lie below your feet?